Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, the Silverback Senpai, and joining me is my co-host with the most dad jokes, Waluigi.
Good morning. This is your poor fatherly figure, Waluigi here. Can't believe that we're doing another episode in Mizucon.
Absolutely, and we are joined here with our guest of Mizucon. Welcome, everyone.
Pretend you're excited. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm kidding.
This episode of the podcast will be available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and I think I said all of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I said all of them. So, welcome for those that are new here. We do a gaming podcast over at Flynn's Arcade almost every Sunday of the week, and pretty much what we are is just a group of gamers. I mean, a group of gamers or whatnot, and we want to explore and find out what are other gamers' stories. Like, what is your story? What's your background when it comes to video gaming? Because usually, when I listen to podcasts, you always hear about someone that works in the gaming industry and whatnot. They're on these podcasts, and my approach was, well, why isn't there a podcast where it's with just everyday people? Because there are people who do play video games, casually or hardcore. They work a 9 to 5. They're a parent, whatever. Like, what about those people's stories? Because you never hear about them. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna be the one that's gonna, take the first launch of. I'm gonna have a podcast where I get to hear your story. People get to hear your story as to why you're a gamer, what got you into gaming, your gaming pet peeves, anything gaming related. I want to hear your story because it's important. I want, people need to hear about all these other gamer stories and whatnot, because at the end of the day, we're all just people at the end of the day, and I'm trying to find a way. Do you want to back me up on that one?
Yeah, we literally met by just asking each other stories. We
met
at SuperCon 2019, then we expanded this idea on Otaku Fest. Shout out to Otaku Fest. But we actually DM'd each other. We just started talking about video games, and when he posted a story that he was looking for a co-host or looking for people, I instantly volunteered. Like, no questions asked, wasted time. And then him introducing me to other people was just an honor. Just learning about other people's stories and interviews, and especially going to Flynn's, learning about the events. Gabe. And then
Lit Fire.
and our friend Slecky. And Swarm of Unknowns. But meeting these people over time, it gave us a good feeling just to know people's simple stories. Because not everyone has to be a top streamer, have to do something chaotic. Well, you can do anything you want, but as long as it's in the right standards. But we just like to know how you got into gaming, or how gaming made you feel.
Right. And it's all about just, building that connection with people who have the same interests with you, because throughout our journey that me and Waluigi have been doing the South Florida Gamers Podcast, we've come across so many people with so many different tastes in gaming. Like, there are times where I'll even go try out the game for myself, and I'm just like, wow, I wish I'd have played this game earlier, or had I known about it, sooner, I'd have really jumped onto it, because there's so many genres that people play, so many different games that people play. It's just like, I never heard about it. I never knew about it. I didn't know games like that kind of existed,
Yeah, I still never played BioShock. I hope you know this. And I have Ghost of Tsushima, and I haven't touched it yet because I procrastinated on Dead by Daylight. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be real.
Dude, you never played Ghost of Tsushima?
I got the director's cut, and I haven't touched it yet. I pre-ordered it.
My God.
I know, I'm one of those guys.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm ashamed of
The one thing he knows about me is I'm brutally honest. I'm straightforward.
Yes.
Because I heard Pinhead from Hellraiser is going to be in Dead by Daylight, so I wanted to warm up so I at least have some sort of skill before I get my ass kicked.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the great thing about connecting with people that have the same interests with you is you guys can have so many awesome moments. And there were even times where you're playing a game with someone and you guys start talking about real life stuff, real life issues, and you develop a bond and a connection with them. And I think that is awesome to have, and more of this need to happen in the gaming community. Is there going to be toxic people in the game community?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. They're going to be there.
Oh,
but
salty.
Oh, of course, especially in fighter games. Especially.
Some of those FPSs can get pretty salty too.
Oh,
That is true. That is terrifyingly true.
But overall, there are good people in the gaming community, and we want to hear their story. I don't want. Maybe one day I'll get someone toxic, maybe. But for the most part, I do want positive-minded people that just want to find a community that they can connect with and grow with, and just continue on, building upon this relationship. Because I remember, I think a few days ago, I put up a YouTube video about how, as you get older, your gaming group dwindles down. But that's as of life, because as you get older, some of your friends that you used to have a huge group with, you end up starting to separate with them, and everyone starts going their own way. It sucks. It's inevitable, but it's life, and it's the same way with gaming. Because I can remember so many times where 10 years ago, I'm up at 3, 4 in the morning just playing Call of Duty, playing Battlefield, playing Street Fighter 4,
God.
Mortal Kombat with my boys. And now, as time progresses, it's less and less and less and less. And even till now, I have very few hours of gaming, but that's adulthood right there. So for those of you guys that are young in your early 20s, enjoy it, appreciate it. Save those memories and cherish those moments, because as you get older and everyone starts going their separate ways, it's only a matter of time.
Amen.
It's only a matter of time. So we would like to ask you guys some questions of
Yes.
our own.
Please, bug us. You can even ask us anything.
The saltiness.
All right, so let's ask the audience, what is your favorite game of all time and why? Who wants to come up to the mic?
Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
If you say one My Hero Academia, one's Justice, I will murder you. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
All right, come up to the mic.
guess.
Wait, let me guess. Soul Calibur.
No. No Soul Calibur. So you can-
I just need an obvious Mortal Kombat shirt.
Well, Mortal Kombat, that's definitely like my favorite fighting game.
You can grab the mic.
Oh, I can grab the mic? Okay.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite video game for me is Metal Gear Solid.
Ooh.
It's actually my first cinematic video game experience, and also my gateway into Hideo Kojima's work. And what made that game so special for me was the ending, and especially about how this is kind of like a touchy subject for me, because
Right, go ahead.
growing up, I grew up without a father.
Right.
And for that moment, it's like I felt ashamed because of him. And there was a speech in the end where it says to not be ruled by your genes, that you are your own person. You're not your father, you're not anybody else. You're your own person. And it's because of Metal Gear Solid, I found not only my own person, but like a game that I can just relate to, you know what I mean? And especially like, I can go on and on, but yeah, to me, Metal Gear Solid is that game where I can go back and never get tired of, and that's what I love about it.
Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That is awesome,
And
man.
Oh my
to show
gosh.
my dedication too. Hang on.
Wait, please tell me you got a tattoo.
For Metal Gear Solid 2,
Yes.
Sons of Liberty, I have writing.
Oh, snap!
Oh, wow.
So,
Man, that is awesome.
yeah, I'm dedicated for life.
That is awesome.
Kojima better notice you for that.
Oh, yeah,
God,
he
that is sick. That is-
Anyone else? I would love it. All right.
Hi, friend.
Oh, how you doing?
Not too
Morning.
shabby.
Yeah, you can grab it if you want to.
Oh, okay. My favorite game of all time, I would have to say, is Donkey Kong Country 2.
Classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trilogy is always a good game. Like I would like each three of them individually in different ways. 2 is the one that sits the most with me, which I think it was the one I tried the very first game I've ever tried as a kid. One day my dad just gave me hand-me-downs of a SNES with a bunch of used games, ranging
wow.
from the entire trilogy to Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG. And I played Donkey Kong Country 2, and it's the one that most resonated with me. Like the idea of how different different worlds you can go to and all that. I think it has the most variety out of the 3 games, and it's the one that gives you an impact when it comes to like when thinking about different environmental stuff you want to do in a game, or making art, or like writing a story and all that. It's crazy how something so simple can resonate that much in you. And every now and then, like I make it a yearly thing where like I complete the game 100%. Like I even streamed it last year.
Oh my God.
100%. 100% in less than 2 hours.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What? It'll take me like 2 days.
That took me a month.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
man, that is awesome.
Do you
Anyone
like
else?
the Donkey Kong rap? Real talk.
With anyone else? What is your favorite game?
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, you might as well.
Let's see. I'm looking at your max. I'm looking at your drip. Nickelodeon Brawl Stars.
No. I do remember, like, on the last panel, like I said, Smash Bros. Was my favorite all-time game. Like, my favorite, like, all-time fighters, like, aside from Smash Bros. Is Virtual Fighter.
Ooh.
Ah.
Oh yeah, I remember you were telling me about this.
Yeah. And I remember you asking me when am I gonna jump on Virtual Fighter. I'm just like, bro, I don't even know if I have time for it.
It's
I don't even
such
know
an
what
amazing
is Virtual Fighter.
game. Like, the funny thing is, like, when they announced it, I was like, at first I thought it was fake. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a real trailer. And then, like, when I really saw that it was, like, an official trailer, I was like, respect, Sega.
Not bad.
All right,
choice.
not bad. All right, anyone else? Lit fire. All right.
Lit fire. You're not Rick. I'm sad. Rick, I'm sad.
Later. Too grumpy to be a grumpy old man right now. All right, so I don't know if I can pick an all-time favorite. Funny enough, I started out as a Street Fighter fan that converted to Mortal Kombat. There's a story behind that too, but I like to do like a flashback to a time when there was something called arcades and quarters.
Oh my
I
goodness.
remember- Yes, and I remember being a young lad, and there was a game called Mortal Kombat 3.
Oh wow.
People would go to the mall just to line up at the arcade. It cost 3 quarters. I'll never forget, that was a lot of money back then. And it got competitive. I mean, one of my friends actually set up an artificial arcade machine in his room with the table just so he could practice his moves and stuff.
Oh my
And
God.
even, it's like, it sounds like I'm making a joke, but it's true. We had a homeless guy that it said he was literally homeless. He used to come into the mall just to compete in the tournament, and that was his social life.
Aw.
And we used to talk with him when we were there, we were all the same. And it was from like ages like 8 to like 22 or something, and there was a thing to do. The thing to do was to go to the mall and compete in arcade, and I kind of miss that experience. It's one thing I like about Flynn's. I'm gonna leave it there.
All righty.
Thank you, Lit Fire. So if there's, oh,
All righty.
My favorite game series would be Pokemon.
You gonna take the mic?
My favorite game series would be Pokemon, and that's because as a kid, I was
Hey.
actually given my first system, the Game Boy,
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
because
I love you,
yours
Ro-
originally, but they gave it to me because I actually had muscle problems in my hand as a small child,
Ah.
and they said they should actually get me a handheld gaming device to play with to strengthen my hand muscles. 'Cause I
That's
couldn't
clever.
even write as a small child.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite game quickly became Pokemon because it was really easy for me to make friends with using it. We had the whole swarm of friends who would spend all of recess playing Pokemon
Oh, that's so
together and
cool.
battling each other. And it's just, I'm still stuck with it. I even still playing Go today.
I love
Smart.
it.
Yeah.
That is smart.
And it also makes it more special to me because the creator, Satoshi, has the same disability as me, which is autism. Which not a lot
Oh.
of people actually know. And so he's
I
kind of
didn't know
become
that.
my idol as an adult.
I have one question I want to ask you. What are your favorite 3 Pokemon?
That would be Sylveon, Flygon, and Ninetales.
Ooh, Flygon's one of my favorites.
I like Ninetales. Like Ninetales.
Flygon's just dirty with that dragon ground type.
Yeah.
Have an earthquake and fly.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Zlek.
Come on up.
Oh, congrats yesterday, by the way. I forgot to tell you that.
I'm like the not a gamer sister to the gamer. I gave her my Game Boy in 5th grade because I was like, I'm too addicted to Tetris.
Ah.
I saw that path ahead of me and said no, and turned away. But I guess I would say, because literally I play only the stupidest games possible.
I'm scared to
and
know.
have the least amount of commitment. So I would say my favorite game is Katamari Damacy. I bought a PlayStation.
Yes!
I don't I bought
Katamari is
PlayStation
goated.
just so I could like collect hams and be stupid. So if it has no plot and it's completely dumb, or if you only like pet chickens for an hour, like I'll play that game. Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon is good. I like.
The things with no plot. You never win anything. You don't do anything.
That's like the OG Farm
I
Bill.
did go back and repurchase. I got the Switch version of Katamari Damacy and beat it in a day, and I was like, oh, I'm done with this. But they need to come out with some more, because the pointlessness and stupidness is what I'm here for.
I like it. I like
Harvest
it.
Moon is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
I got here to play Stardew Valley.
Oh dear God, I'm not ready for Stardew.
Alrighty.
So I guess we can go to our next topic. So we talk about the one game you love. What's the one thing you hate in gaming? Like a pet peeve.
Your gaming pet peeves.
Well, I got one too. Shit.
Come on up.
Come on.
Alrighty, straight to the mic. Okay, what I don't like, I hate sore losers, especially in fighting games. Like,
Yeah.
listen, we're all here just to have fun. That's
Yeah.
what we're not in a tournament. The hate message. Especially when they send you a message and you're like, oh, you're trash. I'm sorry.
We've all been
I'm
hate
trash.
messaged at least once or twice.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So, I'm sorry. I hate especially when people rage quit and they just leave. I hate that.
Yeah.
There's
Me too.
no sport. There's no like compassion to that. Heck, I got my butt whooped by this guy in Mortal Kombat 11 10 straight times, and I did not rage quit once. I took that beating. Why? Because I want to have fun with him. That's all.
Hey.
it is, man. That's
Exactly.
what it's all about. That's what, especially with fighting games, we're all sharing that same compassion, and we just want to have fun. That's all it is, man.
Exactly.
Great memories, and that's why like, every get together I have, fighting tournaments. I want to keep that alive.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm such the same way too. I do not like rage quitters, salty players.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Stop with the salt.
I just want to add on to his and say I think I agree with the sore losers thing. I think the worst thing though is the swatting that's becoming an epidemic.
Oh, the swatting.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Like swatting is not cool.
Worse, they end up getting killed.
Yeah, like swatting is not cool. Like if you're gonna trash talk, then keep it just at that.
At most, yeah.
At most, like it doesn't need to go that far. Like it's at the end of the day, it's just
Be personal.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's just a game. Like win, lose. Like even if you don't like the person that is like talking trash to you on the mic, guess what? You can mute them or be like, you know what? I'll leave this lobby or I'll leave this server. Go to another server.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like move on. Mute the TV.
TV.
Hey.
Put Spotify on. That's it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll play Minecraft music while playing Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
I'm capping. I'm lying.
Anyone else that has like a gaming pet peeve that they want to share with us? I'd love to hear it.
Yours pretty much the same as mine. we all hate rage quitters, dude.
I mean, it's basically the same as his, but like I hate when people rage quit after the first round. Like that
Yes.
gets me under my skin so much.
Yes, it does.
You don't know how much that drives me nuts. It's like, bro, finish the fucking game. Excuse me. Like finish the game. You know?
I was about to ask that. So we're not supposed to sweat, right?
I mean, you can if you want.
Okay, yeah. Because I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are good.
fine. We're not that.
Litfire, I know you have a pet peeve. Come on up.
We're not that sensitive. Don't you worry. We're not that sensitive.
Another rage quit?
Share your pain.
Oh dear God.
I'll be brief. I'll just say I agree 100% with everything they just said. The other thing I hate is like, not to sound aggressive, but when people think that they're a tough guy via the video game.
Yes.
Yes.
And it even gets racist. Like it gets ridiculous. Like behind the screen, people think they're the tough guy, but then like if they see you in person, they probably wouldn't even look at you twice, you know?
Yeah.
I hate when people talk and talk and talk and they know that you can't really do anything. Oh my goodness, that's like one of the worst. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's a tough guy behind the screen.
Oh yeah. Anyone else? Pet peeves?
You haven't said anything.
I'm just trying to figure out what I hate in the gaming community.
Gaming community, video games.
Companies business services, business practices. I mean, the list can go on.
Yeah, so much.
On this DLC.
Oh god.
Alright. So one thing which I get pretty annoyed about the gaming community is how like a lot of these companies kind of go for the pay to win kind of scenario.
Yes.
Like honestly, like that's been like the most annoying thing to me because it's kind of like, oh, you could get this weapon. It's kind of like we see it like in Hearthstone. We're kind of seeing it in other like trading card games like virtually or it's kind of getting annoying at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
I mean, look at these people that are like addicted to the Genshin Impact games.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Their whole Instagram story is like, I need this, I need this, I need another draw, and it's like an addiction. You know,
Yeah.
it's preying
Like,
on-
shut up.
Yeah, I see it too.
It's a beautiful game or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
it
like,
is.
Spend so much money.
Yeah, you know people are dropping
Mad cash on
money
it,
to
yeah.
Get some just piece of fictional something, you know.
yeah.
Just basically animate thighs or weapons. That's what it is.
like even like other games
Real
like
talk.
Pokemon Go, like even like Pokemon Go, like if you get like a lot of items, like oh you need to pay a little bit more money just to get a bag upgrade. It's like
Oh my god, I have such a rant about that. I want to have one of every single Pokemon in my freaking Poke bag or whatever.
Right.
And can't afford to have like a bag that has 10,000 Pokemon in it. You know.
10,000
My Pokedex. Now that making me throw out like my OG Pidgeys is unfair.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
I need my like 2014 Pidgeys or whatever they are.
2014.
Jesus.
Alright.
Dang, I think I every given more Pidgeys than I have Pokemon in my box.
I mean, it's better than
No,
Metapods.
I need my Whalmer army, okay? I need every
Oh,
Whalmer
yeah,
I
yeah,
catch.
she-
I must save to create my army of Whalmers, and then I can't I can't get any new Pokemon because I have all Whalmer.
Oh my
Like,
god.
she has a swarm of Whalmer.
Alrighty.
Dude,
It's a pod. It's a pod.
I would say one of my biggest gaming pet
Oh
peeves.
dear.
Oh yeah, one of my biggest ones is that not every game needs to have online connectivity. Like, I've become so much. I love single player games now more than ever because I'm tired of okay, I'm about to play a game. Oh, you need to be online to play the game. Like, oh,
Connecting to server, it takes like 3 to 5 minutes to get into the game.
oh my god, it is so annoying because I'm just like, this is a fighting game. It should be offline first, and then you sign on to get online. Like,
And wait 10 minutes.
it is so annoying, and I'm just like, sometimes with competitive games, you're just like, you're so tired of the online infrastructure. You're just like, I'd rather just play a single player game, play the game at my own pace. I don't have to worry about online connectivity. If the internet goes out, cool, I could still play my game.
Yeah.
But
It's like they force you to go through the connection first.
Well, they want you to pay for your subscription for your online.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought of another really specific thing.
Go
okay,
on.
go for it.
I don't know if this is dated, but of course, because I only play stupid fluffy games.
Stupid.
Animal Crossing, people ruined that because everybody, and it's a good vibes community. Everyone was like dancing and playing tambourines together. Like there was no negativity. Literally, I had a flute party with like my international friends. You just play the flute and stand there. Like it's so stupid, but joyful. But people ruin it because everybody time cheats, and they keep changing the date because it's a real time game. And you're supposed to play a little bit every day, but they time cheat to the point that now they have bajillion dollars, and then you go visit them, and you're like, oh my God, you live in this deluxe utopia. And then you feel this peer pressure that you can't play the game correctly because you don't have every single upgrade within the first week the game came out when you're not supposed to have that for like a year.
Yeah.
And it kind of made you feel like, oh, if I'm just planting daisies, I'm doing this wrong because I haven't like terraformed the entire universe in gold, you know. And then the Instagram bragging, the online bragging about the cheating, made people not even know how to play the game in the first place because you just felt like if I'm not cheating, I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cheating, peer pressure.
Yeah. Time cheat to go outside and go for a walk.
She's a big snob about the not cheating, but it's hard to not cheat. Everyone else is cheating.
The only cheats I use are the old school cheat codes.
Oh yeah, same.
What's the Konami code again?
I remember
There we go. I need someone to remember it.
the cheat for SimCity 2000 is
That was great.
Oh yeah,
The original SimCity.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you got unlimited money.
And then weirdly, I remember it from a game I never even played. I don't remember what the game was, but it was one of those tactile games, but my friend played it all the time, and I remember the cheat was how do you turn this thing on, and it spawned like James Bond cars.
No, I already talked about it.
Oh no, because I actually do have another pet peeve of mine, and it's a very relevant one.
Go
It's an extremely relevant one.
Oh, I'd love to hear this one.
Oh, sorry. My pet peeve is, and this is extremely relevant, like this happened a day ago, re-release of old games that end up being worse than the original release.
Yes. Are we talking about remasters?
Yeah, because
God.
I got Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Oh God.
It's not bad, like it's playable, but it is a bit of a glitchy mess from time to time, and it's sometimes it's very minor, like sound bugs, like for example, like you use the wisps and no music play at all. To bad sound mixing, to some of the graphics being all messed up. This one I hate because sometimes little details end up being there that bug the crap out of you. Like, you know how in video games, like you go underwater and it has a little water effect and everything moves? That's fine. That's okay. When Sonic goes into the water, the whole screen has that water effect, even if the area doesn't have, there's no water in the area on top of them.
Right.
Like, it's those little minor details that are messed up, and it has been messing with me for the longest. Also, I got the Switch version, which is not the worst. It's not the worst. Whatever issues on the Switch version is on all the systems. It's just the loading times are terrible.
Gotcha.
It's still a fun game, and I still absolutely am having a blast with it, but those issues are very hard to ignore.
Oh, gotcha, man.
You just use the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. Like honestly, that's how remasters are nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, I got another one. How about when companies blatantly lie about things?
Yep.
Like, when they said there wasn't going to be any paid for content for the Crash Team Racing remake.
Oh yeah.
And they added DLC. I think that's pretty scummy. I mean, I'm sure we all have stories about freaking EA.
Oh, yeah.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
And of course,
Is it in the game? Really?
And of course,
You have to wait
the
for the first
more
one.
recent and still ongoing Cyberpunk 2077.
No, we don't talk about that here.
I
That
haven't
doesn't
updated-
exist.
I haven't updated since like it first came out.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of crazy details there. Like, it's an example of something that got hyped up way too much.
Yeah.
Like the executives were hyping it up, but the devs were like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why you have Keanu Reeves here? We're trying to make a game here." Like, you can look it up. Like that.
Yeah.
That's more or less what happened.
I just love the memes. I'm here for the cyberpunk memes where it goes like, "Wake up, mommy! I missed the school bus," but it just has the theme going off.
Alrighty. And our final topic before we close it out is what gaming means to you.
What gaming means to me.
Yeah.
Definitions. What's made it
Who
to
wants to
you?
take the mic?
A therapy.
Let's see.
But still.
So what gaming means to me is like making memories. That's the most important thing. You know, especially like your very first fighting game or adventure game. Like especially like with my old friends, like with Mortal Kombat 2, that was my very first fighting game, and I started at a very young age. Yeah, I know, right? Play with your parents, kids. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, for me, like when it comes to video games, it helps me like during my darkest times. It helps me like just in general. You know, I mean, you have a bad day, go online with your friends. You know, talk crap, and just play. You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, video games have helped me throughout my whole entire life, and I'm really thankful. And I'm really thankful for the friends that I made along the way because of it.
Same here, man.
So yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Come on up.
Alright. So one thing that gaming really means to me is like finding so much relevance to like the characters that you encounter in any game that you see.
Right.
You know, or like seeing what the character runs through. It also like gives you a lot of life lessons. You know, like for example, Persona 5.
Oh man.
Dear God.
Because like the time, like it teaches you how to do a lot of time management.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna try to go after the next treasure and you have some like X amount of days. Like that actually helped me a lot through college, like my final year of college, because like I didn't know how to time manage with 2 jobs and then going to school, then going to therapy. Like that really actually like Persona 5 was really like the best one.
Oh yeah,
for
definitely. And I'll also say with that, it also can help people learn how to socialize and interact with people because you do a lot of socially interacting with all the other characters within the game, and then you get to learn more about them. And it'll translate very well to how you'll interact with people in the real life, like, just, talking with them, having a conversation with them, hanging out with them, and just building a mutual connection with that person. So, like, games like Persona 5, which really is an amazing game, I highly recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Noted. I still have not played Persona 5.
It's a long game, but it is worth it. Like, instead of just playing the game for the gameplay, you'll be invested in the story alone.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig that.
What gaming means to me is it's the fact that it builds a world that you can immerse yourself in, and you can, you get a better understanding of the different types of environments. Something as simple as like those platformer games give you an idea of a world and the way you can explore and all that. I wasn't the most sociable type of person. Like, I hardly went out and all that.
I felt that too.
Ironically, though, playing some of the older games, playing some of the games where you're exploring and all that has made me feel like, I want to walk around in the mountains and, go look at different, like, grass fields and all that. It's also where you share bonds with other people and you share the experiences, and how it's crazy how it resonates to people differently depending on how they feel about this and that. It's one to get closer with other people, where every now and then you have that typical Modern Warfare 2 room set mindset.
Yeah.
You still have some people that you're having a good time with, and you build bonds from that.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible how you can make friends from the simplest of things, and gaming has taught me that. It's incredible, and it makes me want to create. It makes me want to create a world for myself, like something that I can share with someone else and that they can experience. And it's something that I am confident to say that a bunch of other people would share that sentiment, and it's incredible.
Alrighty, man.
Well said.
Thank you, man.
Oh, that blew me away. Thank you. I thought you were leaving.
I feel like ours builds on that sentiment, like that kind of inspired me to like come up to like. So I don't do a lot of gaming, obviously, but like I played Pokemon Go from the beginning, and like moved to Florida. I didn't know like anybody, and got on Facebook and like found Pokemon raid groups and was like, all right, I'm just gonna go join these 20 strangers and let's do it, which is like an uncomfortable thing. But like Pokemon Go has been like a really unique game because it's supposed to be about socializing, and that like I can say like fully, Pokemon Go changed my family.
Yeah.
So when we were growing up, it's the two of us. We're sisters. We're 5 years apart, and she's the baby. And my dad, I'm like the favorite. No denying.
The
Like
shade.
my dad like adores me more than her.
He's
'Cause
like, hey, Betty, you need a new laptop for your phone.
yeah, you want something? Yeah. So I was okay. Like there's assorted reasons in our mixed childhoods, but whatever. My sister did not have like a bond with our dad, and Mom's great, nothing on her. So, but Pokemon Go like actually gave us a connection with our weird dad, because he is like obsessed. He has maxed out like his level. He gets up at like 5:30 in the morning to walk his Pokemon. Like he's not a gamer, but he like internationally plays Pokemon. Like
He brings us back the
he'll like
Internationally?
travel and like get up on a business trip to go catch all the like region specifics.
Wow, I've never
But it
known
actually
this.
changed our lives
Me too.
because it gave him a bond with my sister, because she's the Pokemon master, not me. And like my mom was like shocked because they're like, we're getting in the car, Pokemon, bye. And like now they're spending like the whole day together. They went to the Go Fest together. He literally only texts me to say, open your gift in Pokemon. And I sent you another one to complete my goal. And I'm like, that's it? This is like all I heard from you this week? So like Pokemon made my dad a gamer.
I have to help him with his fights though. He's still not very good at fights.
He doesn't know Pokemon. He's like, what's this rat with a bunch of towels on its head? He knows nothing of the back logistics of Pokemon, other than he just and he doesn't follow any of the news media, so he constantly has to call my sister up and be like, how do I do this? What is this event? And then she's mad at him. She's like, I'm not telling you. Screw that.
I'm sorry. I'm still salty. He has a perfect IV Kyogre.
They're very competitive. So,
Dear God.
But yeah, like she's been doing it since it came out, and like who would have thought that my dad would like come over to Pokemon and they would like bring the family together, except my mom, who sits at the table at the restaurant and is like, why are all you on your phones playing Pokemon? Curses. So that's her fault. She needs to start playing Pokemon.
All right, we'll take one more.
Oh, hi, friend.
So, do you mind if I use the mask?
Yeah.
Okay. So, a while back when Chibi-Paw was still a thing, I know that's a cursed name around these parts, but when Smash 4 came out, right, me and my friend held like the first tournament because it came out the day on Saturday of that event. So, me and him were thinking, we're in high school. We were hyped throughout the whole year. Mind you, it's Smash 4. It's not like the most, balanced game in the series, but we were all hype about it. So then, I contacted Paul at the time. He's like, hey, can we run a Smash tournament at Chibi-Paw at the time? And he's like, absolutely. So we do that. Now imagine, we had no prior experience, starting a tournament or even hosting it. We come there, we had about 64 people sign up to be in this thing.
God.
Oh,
We
wow.
had no experience whatsoever. And because of that, we managed everything. It was great, and it worked. And it was a huge success. But then, we're talking about gaming and how it affects you. Well, that affected me on how to organize things and manage things, because every year since then, we've been holding the tournaments at like Hawaii or anything else.
Holy smokes.
And ever since then, I started working in a managing field, and because of that, I had skills that I could use to apply at my job, and now I'm managing a geotechnical lab.
Nice.
What? That's awesome.
All right, that is awesome. All right, yeah, we gotta wrap up. So, alrighty, y'all. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out to this panel. I greatly appreciate you guys being a part of this episode. The video of this will be available on YouTube later this week, so I'll put it out there on my Instagram that, hey, here's the video. Hopefully the audio isn't botched, because that's going to be my big main thing, is making sure that it's good and everyone can hear it. And of course, if you're an audio only listener, of course it's going to be available on most audio hosting platforms. Just look up South Florida Gamers Podcast and you'll see us there. So that being said, thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank
I
you guys
greatly
so
appreciate
much.
it. By all means, take some of the stickers and the flyers, and
Have a great time, guys. Have fun.
of course, you guys will see myself and Waluigi at the Flynn's Not a Con Cosplay Con event on the 18th of September.
Cosplay con. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be
So
there.
with that being said, thank you guys for coming out, and until next time, and as always, stay classy.
Peace.